Hi everybody. I am eating chestnuts roasting on my open air fryer. I know, puns are always around. I am trying chestnuts. I hurt my back today trying to do some insulating. And I had purchased these chestnuts a while back at Winco on Sunday. And I was going to try them. So finally today I got around to getting it done after work because I worked from home today. I get to do remote work once a week, which is wonderful. Chestnuts are pretty cool. This is my first time really experiencing a chestnut. They are like this. I don't know how to describe them. Sorry. Oop. I think they grow on the trees with the spiky things around them. People told me they were chestnut trees. I don't know. But I think when you peel that off, you get this internal nut inside. But when you roast them, they look different. They develop this funny little skin thing on them. You can kind of see that white thing. So I'm peeling the shell and that skin off to open it up to the meat of the nut. If it sticks, I just eat it off. I don't care. So this one's kind of stuck. I've been roasting them all day, so it doesn't matter. Like all evening. So here it is with that little bit of skin on. Kind of like you'd see on a walnut, right? See how it's coming off pretty easily? So if you roast it off, when you hit it with it, you split the skins, put in the oven. And I did half the time broil and half the time air frying. There's always instructions on the bag as how to do it. There we go. And so here's the chestnut, a part of it, without, and that's just the skin side. It's kind of just this wrinkly looking little, but you can tell it's really tender. I don't use regular salt because I use lavender salt. I find that sea salt and lavender salt tend to be less salty. I don't like a heavily salted food. But when it comes to these are very, very sweet. It's a pretty large nut. This is the other half. But they're super sweet. They're delicious, actually. I guess not everybody likes them, but with a touch of, I use what's called lavender salt, but I take a little bit on there, get it on there. And I don't know if you can see the salt on there. It's kind of pretty pinkish colored. And then I'll take that and I'll put that piece on it. I don't like a lot of salt. When I was pregnant with the twins, I was taking off salt. So salt was something that I kind of just learned to eat without. And use light salt and learn other herbs that make flavor profiles at work. So otherwise, either way. Very good. I'm not eating all these. I'm only eating like 3 or 4. I'm peeling them tonight because I'm going to freeze them. You can hear them crunching. I love the sound. It's fun. Can you hear that? Kind of hear that crunching sound? It's just peeling, right? And they peel quickly. And you get this beautiful chestnut. So I will set that aside, let it cool. I'll put it in a Ziploc bag. I will cut it into small pieces. I'll probably freeze it. And I'll add this to my stuffing to add chestnuts to the stuffing. Yummy. Okay? Yummy. I just think they're delicious. Some people don't like them, I found out, but I like them. And I found the longer I cook them, the better they are because I don't have a fire to roast them in. So you just kind of roast them a little longer than they tell you to in the oven. Don't follow, the directions says 35 minutes. Because when you, I've never seen so many layers. So you have that spiky layer and that gives you a chestnut with the hard part underneath the shell, right? And then you get this thin layer again. But this turned out pretty good. It cooked up pretty hard. But then you get a secondary layer that's really, really thin. So it's like 3 layers. So you want to roast them long enough Oh, that's good. It's really good. Kind of sweet. Has a sweetness to it. I'll show you my whole bowl. I've already had a few, so I've eaten like 2. This is a peeled chestnut. And these are unpeeled chestnuts. And then you split the skin, of course, so that when it roasts, in an open fire, apparently it would roast and split open on you. But, whatever. Lavender salt. So, yummy, right? Guys, we're rolling into holiday. And it seems a really sad event that it takes a holiday season for us to feel like it's an important time to help people that have less than we do. Can you take a little time, and if you see someone on the street, I'm not asking you to get out of the car and put yourself in harm's way, but I want you to exercise some courage. Put together, have 3 or 4 like lunch sacks in your car. Just have them there. Fill them with a couple of granola bars, some breakfast bars. You know, Costco. So many of us have Costco memberships. Don't tell me you don't. Put them in there. Fill the bag with that. Put a beanie hat in there. Put some gloves, some socks. Number 1 requested socks. Maybe a plastic rain poncho if you have one. Put it in there. Swing by. And when you see somebody who doesn't have anything and they're begging, you can let them know, dude, I don't have the money, but I got this for you. This is just for you. Give them a bag. Don't just do it during the holiday. This is a very cold season, and we want to make sure that everybody is taken care of. But there are seasons that are not winter, that they're still hungry, and maybe just put a note in there saying, you know, somebody cares for you, or something to create hope so that somebody doesn't feel like drugs is the only thing they have to turn to feel anything. Because that's what happens. We feel like drugs is the only thing they can turn to feel anything. What a tragic place to be. I have a personal attachment to homelessness because I have a daughter who was homeless for about a year. I remember driving by and seeing her when she was at her worst and unable to do anything to help her leave that situation. But you know, a time came because of constant generosity, constant reaching out, constant connection. I didn't give up. Her sister didn't give up on her. And we finally got her away from that, and she got away. So it's a possibility. It's not only a possibility, it's a reality. So I'm asking you to not get it in your head when you see a homeless person. Don't prejudge them and say, you know, drug addict or all these things. You do not know why they're there. And let's be honest. How are they any different than the alcoholic in our family that embarrasses everybody at a holiday event, or we don't talk to anymore because they've done something to offend everybody? Oh my gosh. How cold are we? You know? Let's judge less, do more, reach out. Now, I don't feel good. I'm going to be honest. I hurt my back today. I don't know how I hurt my back, but I've hurt my back doing I wrapped some pipes and stuff because, you know, it's cold. It was like 28 degrees in the morning. So I turned on my tank heaters. I live in a fifth wheel, which means that my the heaters are turned on to keep them from freezing over so I can drain my tanks when I need to. Because I have to drain them pretty frequently. I live here. But I'm not ashamed. This is a choice I made. I would rather live on less so I have more to spend on those who need me. And I don't know where I fit in life or in this culture or our society, but I do know this. I love people. And I feel that we lack a genuine love for people that are not like us. So, you know, I have to take a step back and reassess myself over and over. I get into the office and I work and I see a lot of people who struggle. I can relate to them. But I don't want to be so far advanced that I can't help them anymore either. And that's my challenge. So all I can say is, hey, move forward, persevere. Be better than you were yesterday, right? Be better than you were last year. Do something different. If we could just take this Christmas, not just Christmas, but going forward, can we as humanity, without a religious assignment assigned to a behavior, can't we all just be kind? Can't we all just reach out and help? Think about it. If we were actually kind to everybody we knew, and if everybody practiced kindness in spite of our pain, if we all practice kindness, all of us, think of all those little circles of influence that spread out around us. They would all intersect at times. Would we really have a homeless problem anymore? Would drugs be necessary? We have allowed culture to consume us. We've allowed division to step in and create these horrible scenarios. Oh my Lord. Think about it. Really think about this. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but really think about it. When you sit alone in your space, what have I done today to make a difference in someone else's life and not just take care of my own? We're so wrapped up in taking care of ourselves. The United States is the most selfishly viewed country in the world. Doesn't matter what party you're in, that's how they see us in other cultures. I don't particularly think that's a bad thing to know, because now we can do something about who we are. We were the land of opportunity. We are the land of opportunity. Let's make that happen again. Let's create love. Let's give kindness. Let's not use political lines or anything else to determine how we're going to reach out to someone. Let's just do it. Let's go, reach, touch, feel, love, hold, hug. Oh, that's hurt so bad. I hate hugging. And it's hard because I love hugging when it's somebody I trust and care for. But I hate it when it's somebody I don't trust. You know, there's pain involved. So I have to break through pain to find love. It's just there. We have to really, maybe pain's the expense. Maybe pain's the price we pay to get to love. I don't know. All I know is this. We can afford to be kind. We can afford to do for others. Can we do that today, tomorrow, the next day? I love you guys so much. I may not ever meet you, but I love you. I just love people. So, as I eat my chestnuts tonight, and it become a simple thing, and my tank heaters are on, I'm preparing for a colder temperature. I sit here in a little fifth wheel, grateful that I'm in this tiny little space. I'm warm, I'm cozy, and I can go to work tomorrow knowing that I didn't have to suffer while somebody is sleeping next to a dumpster burning a fire, hoping to keep warm. I don't care why they're there. I really don't. I just know that somebody needs to love them out of it. Can you do that? Can you? Whether you choose to do it or not, I will always love you. Because someday, love will worm its way into our hearts in such a way that we learn how to love outside of ourselves. Love you. Have a good one. Good night.